Hey guys, right, we're back, and after a while we managed to get the nut on.
Filed the thread down with a triangle file along the thread line, and filed a little tiny bit off the inside of the nut, and she went a little bit of two-stroke oil on there, and she went straight on. So
happy days.
yeah, nice and easy. Gasket sealer off. Comes off like string after you've left it for 10 minutes. Nice, just gives you a nice clean brand new gasket look.
Yeah, that's what you
But
want to see.
you've also got the extra peace of mind knowing that you have used a bit of gasket sealer, so if there's a low spot in your casing you're not going to have a leak.
That's it.
Through not using no sealer. This is an old casing, it's 2001, so if it was a 2020 build and you know 2021 or 2020 engine and no one had built it before, then I would use no gasket sealer. But once people have been in there and beating cases with hammers and stuff, you
just for extra protection.
I don't want to put a condom on, innit, when you don't want a kid. Put that on, you're 99.9% sure that it's going to seal it, so baddies. Right, so that's the generator on, that's the bolt on, and that's also the thingies. I should have left the old gasket on. This now, scrape all that off. Obviously be sensible and cut away from you, not like me cutting towards me. When you're suing me because you said I've copied Jim and copied Dr. J, you slashed your spleen and appendix open.
Or worse pace, or worse, your privates.
Get your Johnson fucking gentleman sausage in the way, oof. You having it on a Barbie? I'm actually using my arm against me, so I'm not actually like this and you lose the momentum. So I'm putting my arm against my body, so it's not free-willing. People hate that noise. I quite like it. Once it's built and running and I know it's sweet, I'll probably clean these up and paint them, but at the end of the day it's an off-road bike, they're going to get scratched to hell anyway, so I don't see the point in even doing anything. Right, here's our choice of gaskets up here, G. It's a gasket set that come with it. I think this is the one that we're after. No, that one, that one. Yeah, look, there we go. No dowels, no. There was only 4 bolts in there, that one was missing by the looks of it, yeah. Snapped it off. They're all different sizes as well, I hate it when people do that. That is the 4 that come out of it because they were in the case. So
Yeah.
I know I haven't muddled them up, it's some joke of a 4. Transmission bolt's still loose because I'm going to run it and drain it. I'm not going to bother tightening that up. The problem with the wiring now, there was a load of tape all over this lot. I'm going to take it out and someone's put a load of bullet connectors all over it. And they just pulled straight out of the bullet ends. So I was like, oh great. It's going to be fun. Try and work out all this lot goes back together now. Because it's on the thing. Right, now I know that that's first and that's neutral there somewhere, because you've got the flat spot on that cog, so I know that's neutral. So that's what the flat's for, what marks the neutral position. There's two little nipples there, you've got to line them up, it doesn't matter which way round it goes because the gear's set by that flat spot. If you're doing an engine build, you ain't got no Loctite, just grab a bit of super glue. Perfect. Just a little dab on there. And as you wind the bolt in, you'll feel it goes tight on you as it's working. Like that. I'll get onto it quick. That's first because it's all the way up and it won't travel no further. Comes down into neutral and then second, third, fourth and fifth round that way. There's a sprung loaded arm that goes onto here, which all should fit, and that roller sits onto that flat, and that's when you know it's in neutral. But this is a little swine to get in. I should have put this in before that. I'm going to cheat instead. What's going on here? Not going in the old governor. Oh, this bit's tight on that. Right, okay. Seems to have a thread, but it's not. There's a bit of crap on it. Right, now that's moving freely. Right, so that's doing up. I'll put some depth on that screw, giggly. So it doesn't want to wash me out. Tool of choice. This isn't the proper way of doing it. I can assure you. Oh no, long ones flowers I think. Grab hold of it and twist it round then. Go down a little bit further. There we go, right. Obviously that's popped out because I haven't done the bolt up. I'll just make that sit down. That's first, that's neutral. Yeah, see, this is why we test things. There's a problem there. Spring isn't sat square. That piece isn't up in between it. Oh dear. That's a fiddly fudger that is. Almost. Nearly went out. It moved just as I got it on. It's just, see it just drop and sit in situ. Which is why it went tight, because there's a little shoulder. There we go. There's a little shoulder in there that the arm pivots on, so no matter how tight you do this bolt, because of the shoulder, this arm will still pivot. Pivot! Pivot! So, bit of friends for you. So now, here we go, look, that actually moves backwards and forwards now freely. So now, yeah, that's better. And it actually comes back into the half crescent, so it's, you can now tell that it's moving freely. Neutral first, neutral second. Do a quick gearbox check. There's a second. One way of turning it really. Not blocking the camera. Yes. Way too tight. Need to check the forks are in the right way, see? Doesn't seem to want to change in the third. Selectors can't be upside down because of the thing, but yeah, it doesn't want to select third for some reason. No, it's just undoing the bolt. Oh, of course, right, yeah. I think it works backwards to the way I was thinking. it doesn't want to select gears. Right, that must be first, because it won't travel no more round on the barrel. That's neutral because of the flat spot. That's going to be second, third. We won't select fourth. Crank's not connected yet because that's what this cogs do. They can't be upside down, it's the only way they can go. The selector forks will only go one way. First, neutral, second, third. Oh, because this isn't. There we go, fourth. Because you've got to hold the bottom shaft to make because they're turrets and they go upwards. There's fifth. You've got to stop the two shafts from turning at some points, which is what the chain will do. So that's fifth. So it won't go to fourth until you hold that one and spin them opposite ways, which would happen as you're coming down the revs. So it won't select it, and then you turn it, which will be happening all the time. Second, neutral, which is right because I'm holding the gear and you can see the gear's not spinning. First, you can see the gear's spinning now. Right, that's it, it's working properly. So let's just recheck this bolt there because I've been undoing it and stuff. So right, that's in neutral, which it is. Right, that's working. I thought it would, it's just you've got to hold the two gears so that they, because they're turrets, like turrets of a castle, and they've got holes and they've got to go up and interlink into the next gear. And if you don't hold the two cogs separate and allow them to spin at different speeds, they won't select up into it properly. And this selector works backwards to what I always remember. So yeah, right. So we've got a fully working gearbox, everything's back together. That's in properly. Just make sure one more time this is properly moving. Yeah, it's nice and free, it's springing back. Right. Now for the clutch basket. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to cheat because the basket's very warm. So pull the end of the plates over the side. So make sure you don't lose that because it needs to be in there. Now you can see this. There's a bit of movement between there. There's rivets that hold it together. So I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to put it in the press and try and press it down just a little bit more on each of them. Try and take that. That's running. Running a 300 two-stroke banging like hell. That's going to be noisy as hell.
That little bit of play.
Yeah, that so I'll take this to the press right here.
You beast, innit?
Oh, fucking. See that? See that? Where is that? Lovely book on it. I think you've got some good one. Yeah, hook up the top. Yeah, I don't know. The last thing I've done is something, What's all locked in as well? Fucking enjoy your watching. Don't know if I can get that on. Just about tighten that up a little bit. So I need to leave that here somewhere. Kickstarting next. Someone's lost the washer out this bloody thing as well. There's a mechanism here where it's like leaving a mark on the case. There should be a washer between that. That pin sits on there like that, and then the spring hooks up on a bolt and a metal tab sits in there, but there should definitely be a thin washer in there, and it's not there, it's missing. You can see the mark of this shape is being left on the shape of the aluminium.
Right.
Whereas it's not, yeah, there's a washer missing.
Should be a washer there.
Should be a very, very thin shim spacer somewhere. And where is always the bleeding magic question? I haven't got one here. I haven't got anything I can rob.
It wasn't in there when you took it out.
No, because that's why the damage is there. As soon as I took it out, I was like, oh, there's no washer here, and see the damage. I'm like, oh, great.
Alright, well, we'll quickly go and have a look for a washer, and we'll be alright.
So thin.